Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing an unboxing of the July Ipsy Glam bag as well as first impressions. My makeup that I'm wearing right now, I use the products that I unboxed to create. So if you want to hear more about possible items in the July Glam bag as well as my first impressions of those items, keep on watching. Before we get too far into the video, make sure you like this video and subscribe. I'm going to be doing my next giveaway very soon, and you will not be eligible to enter unless you are subscribed. So go ahead and click that button before we get any further. Okay, so as usual, I am going to start with unbagging the items with a blank face, and then we'll get into me actually using the items to apply them, making this look at the end. So without further ado, here is the unboxing portion. All right, so in our Ipsy bag here, we have the summer bag. Now, I did receive an email that said, basically due to everything going on in the world, that this, I believe the bag is from April, I believe they said. So this is not one of the new bags. I think I saw somebody that got like the premium or whatever they call the bigger bag. They got a new bag this month, but since this is just the $12 version, this is a bag from April. I personally didn't mind that because I was actually paused during that time on my subscription, so I did not receive this, but you may be getting doubles. But they said the items inside would still all be new items, no repeats, whatever you want to call it. I do kind of like this wooden handle on this though, like it's very texturally appealing. So let's see what we have on the inside here. So the first thing I see is something that I actually get to pick. You get to pick one item every month. And this is the Kat Von D Tattoo Liner. I've heard so many people talk about Trooper Black, the eyeliner, that I really wanted to try it. Now, I know this is a rebranded item at this point. It's KVD Vegan Beauty, but this item specifically says on there Kat Von D, so I'm guessing this is probably old inventory from before the rebrand that they wanted to get out and get rid of. But it should be the same formula and everything, I believe, if you wanted to purchase it in the KVD Vegan Beauty. This does say it's waterproof, which scares me about how it's going to come off. So tonight, when I'm uploading and stuff and I'm washing it off, make sure you look in the description. I'll leave you a little note about how the eyeliner did as far as like coming off, since it is waterproof, because I don't want it to stain or be a problem or anything. The next item I have in here is from First Aid Beauty. This is the Fab Pharma Arnica Relief and Rescue Mask, Soothe and De-Stress. Hallelujah, because probably a lot of us need this right now. Get on my face, you know? So this says apply to clean, dry skin, allowed to absorb tissue off any excess. Interesting. I have no prices or details for you other than what's on the bottles, because while they left us a card insert, once again, there's just little random staycation things in here. There's no prices, there's no info about the items in here. I really dislike that, and I've heard a lot of people say they dislike that, so I wish Ipsy would take note and listen and change that for their customers. You can look this stuff up online, which I will do and leave you guys a description under each item, but it's kind of a pain to have to look it up to figure out whether you want to repurchase the full size or not, to me personally. Third item we have here, I'm so excited. I have wanted to try this brand for so long, you guys. This is from MURAD, and this is their Essential C Day Moisturizer Broad Spectrum SPF 30. It says it brightens and helps shield skin from environmental aggressors. I'm so excited for this. So this is a sunscreen. It contains vitamin C in there. It makes me excited. I really like vitamin C, and I definitely think it does help brighten. So I'm super excited to try that. I'm not going to be able to tell you guys too much by putting it on, you know, if I like it or not. Maybe I'll use it today underneath my foundation. I don't know, just to tell you how it kind of feels. But I will have to actually test it in action to know and give you a little more details in a future video if you guys want an update. Next to last thing we have here is from THEBALM Cosmetics. I have not gotten anything from them in a while. I've gotten some highlighters and eyeshadows in the past through Ipsy. Now this is the Auto Balm Girl Powder Cheeks on the Go. So here's what the little package looks like. It's just a little mini, and this is in, I think, shade Houston Street. I think that's the shade up here in the corner, but it's just a tiny little blush. I have used blush from them before and gone through one of these little tiny samples. This honestly looks just like it. The one I just finished off for my project pan this year, I think it was called In Full Swing or something like that, was from the Balm. This shade looks frankly identical to that, so I don't know how different they are or not, but we'll test that today to see how we feel. Okay, and finally, the last thing we have here is from a brand called Seraphine Botanicals. I've never heard of this brand before. This says it is a highly pigmented radiance booster formulated with micronized luminizing pigments. Okay. Gently swirl a blush and highlight brush over the surface and swipe it onto the high points of the cheekbones and temples. So I'm guessing this is a highlighter. It says Natural Radiance Booster Daisy and Pearl. I don't know. Here's what the box looks like. Decent size. Let's open it up and see what it looks like on the inside. It is cruelty-free and vegan for this item. So here's what the little compact looks like. Ooh, this looks kind of deep for my skin tone. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, it looks like a highlighter. So our 5 items in the bag this month were the highlighter, the Balm blush, the MURAD sunscreen, the First Aid Beauty mask, and the Kat Von D eyeliner. So we've got a few items here to do our makeup with. I'm going to go ahead and apply this MURAD sunscreen, kind of like as a primer or a little base moisturizing thing here. And I'll just go off camera for pieces of my makeup that are not part of this Ipsy thing, but just to give you guys a little bit of first impressions with these items. This MURAD feels very thin upon first application. It doesn't really have a scent. Maybe something very faint. Very, very faint. Not too noticeable. So I'm going to apply this in the places I burn the most, which is usually under my eyes, on my cheeks, my forehead, my nose, and then I'll put any extra other places on my face here. I'll be curious to see how this goes. Sometimes I have to be careful with sunscreens, being that I have oily skin. Some of them are a little too cream based and can break me out. The main ingredient in this is water, and then glycol, and then some kind of acid. So hopefully it's not too lotion based and it won't break me out, because that will not make me happy at all if that happens. So I'm gonna go ahead and do all the rest of my makeup off camera except for my blush, my highlighter, and my eyeliner, since I'm not gonna be able to do the mask really with a full face of makeup. So I'll be right back. Alright, so I got a good portion of the rest of my face done, ready to try out our new products. I went with a really sheer kind of light coverage foundation today, and just did a really warm tone, kind of reddish undertone, brownish eye look. I kind of did the same 3-color technique that I described in my last video, which was how to blend your eyeshadow like a pro. So if you haven't seen that video yet, I will leave that linked down below. But for now, we are going to go in and try this blush from the Balm. I'm going to go on my usual brush I always use for blush, which is my Luxie 504 large angled brush. There is already some fallout in here, quite a bit in the pan as I'm trying to get it here. Yeah, and this really matches nicely one of the shades in my eye look that I chose. I kind of did that intentionally. I would say this is definitely a light wash of color, but I also think it looks like it's pretty buildable, which is what I personally like in a blush. I'm not a huge fan of the fact that there's a lot of fallout and powder in the pan though, but you can make it work. Yeah, so we're going for a very bronzy, dewy look today, if you can't tell. So that's okay, it's fine. It's nothing I would go out and write home about or say, you need to buy this now. It's a blush, it's fine. I mean, I'm not mad for $2 that I have it. I'm really curious to see what this highlighter is gonna do though. So again, this is from the Seraphine Botanicals line, and this is Daisy and Pearl Natural Radiance Booster. It does have a little mirror in the top, which I do really like when they do that. Helps that you can get really close up. Okay, so far it's really subtle. Maybe sometimes there's just like a top layer you have to get through on these. I am using a really kind of a big highlighter brush here. This is my Morphe JH09. Oh, I can see it showing up there a little bit. It's actually a little more silvery than I thought it would be on me. I don't hate it. The texture of my brush in the pan feels weird. Like it feels very hard pressed. Like I have to dig a lot or try very hard to get any product out of the pan. It's just my first impressions though. It just may have a little bit of a learning curve that I need to figure out. But you can definitely see it, you guys. Like I wouldn't say that they're lying when they say it's highly pigmented. Like that's definitely got some shine to it. So I'm excited to play around with that one a little bit more in the future. Okay, now the moment of truth is this Kat Von D eyeliner, since this is the item that I chose. So I love, hands down, a brush tip. Screw a felt tip. Those are awful. They're hard. They are not movable. No, brush tip for life. Comment down below if you like better a felt tip like a marker or a brush tip, because y'all, I need to find my brush tip, people. That's where it's at. And this is a brush tip, so I think that's partially why I will like it. They're a lot more flexible, and I think it's easier to work with if you have like maybe some extra skin on your eyelids, you know, it normally like skips, snags. I think a brush is way easier and it's less likely for that to happen than with felt tip. Yeah, that's really nice. Now I didn't try to create a wing with it, so maybe we'll do that on the other eye. I decided we're doing it on both eyes because, you know, symmetry. I'm sorry, did you see how easy that wing just was? And I'm not even a pro at wings. All right, it did a little bit better with the first one than the second one, but it's not a big deal. It's just right here underneath, and you can either take your nail or you can take a makeup wipe. I mean, I already have my foundation on, so I don't really want to wipe, but you could use concealer brush or whatever just to clean up that edge. And I've got some little fierce flicks here on the end there, and they're looking pretty, actually, honestly, even and nice. Sweet, I love it. I'm not gonna lie, I've been sleeping on the eyeliner for a long time, and Manny MUA somewhat recently just did a video with KVD Beauty, and he was talking about the eyeliner, and I was curious. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish the last few steps of my makeup off camera, and we'll be back to wrap it up. All right, and this is the final look using the items in my Ipsy bag, you guys. I'm honestly pretty darn impressed this month. Last month and this month were great. May was not, but June and July, chef's kiss. So I'm really excited. I am definitely gonna keep subscribing. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Did you get the same thing as me, different things as me? Do you think it was a good quality? I'm gonna add up all the prices and let you know the value of the bag versus the cost of it, which is $12 or $12.99, something like that, plus shipping at this point. The only thing I didn't try was the face mask. The balm blush was just fine. It was just fine. Didn't blow me away. Really excited to continue using the MURAD to see if it brightens any. And I'm really happy with the eyeliner and the highlighter. I kind of feel like Ipsy is sleeping on lashes though, because I feel like a cute little lash would really just like make this pop. Like that would be it. It would be over. And I've never gotten lashes in Ipsy, and I feel like they should partner with some lash brands. What do you guys think? Now I know not everyone likes false lashes, but you take that little survey, so you could easily just opt out and say you don't want to receive that sort of thing. So Ipsy, if anybody knows anybody at Ipsy, tell them stop sleeping on the lashes. Put some lashes in here. I would totally put my Dollar Lash Club Ivies on with this look, but I have been lazy and did not wash them since the last time I wore them, so I just ordered another style. If you guys are interested in a really cheap, affordable lash, I got those Ivies for $3, and there's some pretty cheap styles from Dollar Lash Club. If you're interested in checking that brand out, you can use code KNForeman at checkout for 10% off, or I'll leave the link that you can click to shop in my description below. If you do shop with that link or that code, not only do you save 10%, but I do get 10% commission, so that would be awesome for me as well. But I genuinely do like the lashes and would not suggest them if I didn't. Yeah, guys, that is the whole video. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you have not already, please like, comment, subscribe, do all of the things, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.